So there are certain things I'm kind of a bit of a snob about, and flashlights happens to be one of those things. I think it stems back to when I was a kid and exploring the woods around our house. And so as I've grown older, I have extended that collection to include quite a few. This one was one that we always used to see at the store, but we never could afford when we were kids. Well, as an adult, my brother bought it, I think for an anniversary present. And this one I think was an old one that came with a regular incandescent bulb, but you can buy the LED replacements for these guys. And of course, this one's still got the old bulb in the cap, which as a kid I always thought was just the coolest. So the thing about these MagLites is they are famous for being tough. So tough, in fact, that my kids are probably going to end up inheriting this thing. So this thing is years old. And what is this? I think this is 6 cells. I don't think I've ever changed out the batteries on this thing, and it's still super bright. And I think with the LED 6-cell battery and the LED bulb, I forgot, it's a ridiculous amount of time that this thing can stay lit. I think it was 72 hours. This is an awesome, awesome light to keep somewhere like in your truck. And like I said, I've had these for years. This one right here obviously has seen some action. This is the one I normally keep in my truck. And again, I think this one was one I've had at least 10 years. Yep. This has got the, I don't think the LED ones come with these old incandescent bulbs. But I've had this one probably easy 10 years. Rarely change out the batteries. And they still work. And like I said, this thing takes a lot of drops and a lot of beating. And as advertised, is super, super, super strong. Like I said, upgraded with the LED. But if I'm really being honest, this guy's in my backpack. Also takes a beating. This is more of a recent purchase. Just a 1-inch MagLite. This thing gets used a lot. This thing gets used when I'm digging through, looking through attics, different housing projects, looking for water mains and stuff like that, doing inspections. This guy gets a lot of use. This is definitely my work. And just for kicks, is at the store, and I always wanted a C-cell. I need another flashlight. I need another hole in the head. But I always wanted the C-cell, so I treated myself to one. This one doesn't get used much. I think I used it once in a corn maze with kids. I think 2 years ago, and that was the only time it got used. Last but not least, this is probably my other workhorse. Always on my keychain. Have had it for years. Also has taken a beating. Little LED keychain one. These are inexpensive. This one also gets used a lot when I don't feel like digging through my bag. I'm looking for this guy. Very bright for the size, and again with the LED bulbs, the batteries last quite a while. And this one takes the same size battery as the keychain one. So, in case you were curious. And this one has different features. Like all these are just a light. This one though has a strobe light, and with this thing comes with different lenses if it needs to be red or whatever else. I was at a campsite that was doing stargazing with giant telescopes, and they insisted that you had a red light, and so this came in handy. I just put a red filter on there, and there is your red light, so you don't get screamed at by all the stargazers. And the clip is always handy, which is obviously removable. Let me know what you guys think. Comments below. I'll talk to you next time.